Hello dear people, welcome to this video, which is a special regarding the topic of GECO optics. I'm standing here with Andreas and Gunnar. When you haven't ever considered GECO as a brand for optics before, then now is definitely the time. Maybe it's just how I am when I think about GECO. I've always only thought of ammunition. Irrespective of whether for sport or hunting, you are always present. The red packages can be seen on the shooting range or in the forest, depending where one is currently underway. But what I didn't consider before is that you also have quite a handsome range of optics. And there is now even a new entry for this.
Yes, Moritz. Today I've brought you our new universal hunting scope, which is the GECO standard series in 1.7 to 9 by 44i magnification. The I stands for illuminated, so it's an illuminated reticle.
Gunnar, don't worry, I'll take it out of your hands because I'm so curious. So you spoke earlier about a universal scope. In my book, universal scopes are more likely to be around 3 to 12 by 56. You are deliberately going in a different direction with this one. Please enlighten us. Why?
Yes, Moritz, that's a justified question. We have 3 different types of hunting, or basically 3 common types of hunting. There's the driven hunt, then stalking, and hide hunting.
For which one normally has a different scope each. Another scope in the cupboard for everything, right?
You're absolutely correct. And therefore, speaking about a universal scope with a 3 to 12 by 56 would be incorrect here. In principle, what we have here is the 1.7 to 9-fold magnification and a 44 objective lens diameter, which is actually for all hunting sectors and covers all different types of hunting needs.
I'll look through it, because I noticed I could see reticle number 4, right, hunting context, but it is also illuminated.
Yes, that is correct. And the special thing about it is that it is not only illuminated, but rather it is illuminated with a glass fiber. This means that in comparison to the cheaper glass-type reticles, which are normally etched in, we can use the fiber optic illuminated dot here to generate a finer and considerably brighter luminous point, which is also absolutely suited to daytime hunting because it is more visible.
Especially for the driven hunt. Pretty good, isn't it?
The next subject, which I would like to address, would be the subject of clip-on devices. No matter what you've decided on to date, whether one still thinks it's cool now, or just says, I'll wait a bit. Generally, when I purchase a new scope or optical sight, I always want to be on the safe side with my choice. I don't want to buy something which might not be compatible in the end. What is, and I can already see where this is going, what's the situation in your case?
I have prepared something for this. Of course, such a compact scope is not the perfect night scope now. But when used in combination with a thermal imaging device, for example, I can still maintain a very compact setup. The whole thing is not too heavy, not too front heavy, and of course the scope is also perfectly suited for this purpose. You can see it's stable and rugged enough. It provides the optical specifications with a low magnification factor that I use for the full field of view. So this really is a top-of-the-line combination.
Regarding the subject of robustness, I would have to interrupt here. Those who know me know well, this is a subject close to my heart. I'm simply not a friend of scopes, which you initially acquire, but in the end, do not dare to use, because one is always worried about getting scratches on it.
GECO optics are created from practical experience for practical situations. If you start to discuss the subject of clip-on devices, we don't set any limits in terms of weight. There are manufacturers who state limits.
Correct. They give at least recommendations, right? Not more than this or that.
Correct, or even say never utilize clip-on at all. We've got enough material here on this scope tube to ensure that there will be no problem. And when you look at the whole thing from the front, then one can see that with the objective lens, that there is enough material here and the scope is really robustly built. Therefore, from practical experience for practical situations.
You can already see that Andreas is now nodding with satisfaction. There's a lot of meat on the bone here. The thing is obviously robust. May I just take it one more time? Because I was already allowed to shoot it earlier. I even think it was also in this configuration. To be honest here, it doesn't weigh that much. Look what we've mounted on it. We have the system itself. We have the scope, we have the clip-on device, and a suppressor. And it all weighs
4,065 grams. We checked it earlier.
Just take a look at this. My God, what package this is. I'll hand it back to you again. Give us the rundown on the specs again.
Yes, with pleasure. What we should also address is a tool-free zeroing function with adjustment for height and lateral view. Simultaneously, as you can see, we also have subdivisions here, so that you can also utilize this as a quick adjusting sighting system.
What kind of center barrel diameter are you using for this type of setup?
A 30mm center barrel diameter that is standard nowadays, the standard. And here with the design of the scope equipped with a 44mm objective lens.
How is the light transmission with this model?
well over 90%.
That means we have a 44 objective lens diameter, which is beyond 90%. So it is also well suited for twilight conditions.
Absolutely. And as you can see in this case, even if it is combined with a night vision device or thermal imaging device, it can be used without problems.
Dear people, you heard it. For all of those out there who might be planning to buy only one optic this year, always be sure to check out the new GECO Rifle Scope in 1.7 to 9x44i. It features everything you could ever need for the hunt, including driven hunt, stalking, and even hide hunting. Includes an illuminated reticle and is fully compatible with most clip-on devices. Andreas, Gunnar, thank you for your time and for your time behind the scenes. Do what you normally do on YouTube. Write us a comment, subscribe to this channel, and maybe even click on the bell. I am already looking forward to the next episode and can only say, until next time, your Moritz.